What's poppin'? It's your boy Moses, aka Nomo, chilling right here in the Let Out It podcast. I got a very special guest in the building. I got Mr.
Solano, 99. What's up? Blue Team General, also known as BAMS.
That's
Pete
right.
Rivera.
That's right. We got Mr. Bam right here in the building. Thank you for pulling up to the podcast.
For sure.
Most people when they pull up to Southgate is to be on the podcast. So welcome to Southgate. But I think you've been here before, right?
Yeah, shout out to Southgate, man. Great food. Shout out Makeup and Tattoo Gym, man. Southgate.
Shout out to our sponsors for this episode, Lolo Streetwear, found at 4714 Whittier Boulevard in the city of East LA. That's right, the iconic Whittier Boulevard. Lolo Streetwear provides some of the best hoodies, long sleeves, flannels. Go to their storefront. They're open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And this episode, you will see our guest, Jay Solano, wearing a hoodie from Lolo Streetwear. You can find them on Instagram at Lolo Streetwear 20. Make sure you guys support Lolo Streetwear. Give them a follow. Tell them the Lit Outlet sent you. Now let's get back to the show. Looks can be deceiving sometimes, being tatted up and your stature, your size. What do people get wrong when they see you?
For me, being 6'3", 320 pounds, tatted up, Mexicano, ex-gang member. First thing that they think of or that has really hit me is, say, walking down the street, there's a couple ladies walking, and the first thing I see them, I greet them, they'll grab their purse. And that hits home because I have parents. I've never been a purse snatcher. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't do that. I got morals and values. I mean, I have done wrong in the past.
Right.
Hey, I was in a different mindset at that time.
Now, I want to get into that too. Sometimes growing up in certain neighborhoods, in certain parts of Los Angeles, we fall victim to or we get attracted to the wrong things,
For sure.
And some of us take it further than others, right? As far as that side of the tracks, as far as doing bad stuff, you kind of have like a prolific or a career. You've done some time and you've done things that, that some people will call like badges and honors and badges and things for the streets, right?
Yes.
Why do you think you, as a young man, were attracted so much to that lifestyle?
Walking to school, that's what we would see. We would see, Mexicano man, pretty built, not knowing, hey, this fool just got out from doing a little stretch or a little 5 years, 2 years, 3 years. And they had the women, they had the cars. We got the best looking women, regardless, raza.
Right.
You go on any video, who do they have on there? Raza women. So our women are the best, So I was attracted to women at a young age. Who gets all the women? The gang members. The machismo. Everybody that's out there, looking good, tatted up, mustache. So I was like, damn, I want to be one of them.
So they're like the neighborhood superstars.
For sure.
You were almost like willing to do anything to be part of that lifestyle, right?
At that time, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to graduate and then graduate again by going to the pen.
Right.
So I did that at a young age in my 20s. In my 20s, took off for a few years. I think my first term was maybe 3 years, 4 years, almost 4 years. Came out, I was healthy. I was a beast. I didn't learn my lesson.
When you say you're a beast, you mean like physically and mentally?
Physically, mentally. It didn't do nothing to me. I didn't learn my lesson. So I was all right with going back. Because in there, it's a different type of love also. Not that I came from a broken home, because I didn't come from a broken home. I came from two good parents.
Yeah, most people would assume that, that's what starts it off, right?
No, yeah, exactly. There was dudes in there, though, that I had good camaraderie with, were like brothers to me. Shout out to them dudes, man, that are still behind the walls, that are never coming home.
Yeah. That
taught me a few things. Because at that time, there was guys that actually gave me a book and said, hey, read this book. Let me know when you're done. Don't forget to go out and exercise. Hey, here's another book. Here's another book. And that stuck with me. So I ended up, over, every year I would read dozens of books. From shit kickers, westerns, to love stories, to scary movies, to John Grisham, all that.
What's a shit kicker?
A shit kicker is a western, bro. Western book.
I've never heard about that.
Yeah, they're called shit kickers in there.
That's hilarious.
That's what they call. That's what they were told to me. Old ass fools, and they'd give me, hey, here's a shit kicker, and it'd be like a western book.
Okay.
A shootout book,
Did you read more books in prison than you ever did in school?
First, yes, absolutely, absolutely did.
Why do you think that is? You think you just had like the time?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, you're locked down. So even if we went to yard, we weren't at yard all day. We either have morning yard or afternoon yard.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when all the books came in, you know. Then later on down the line, as I did more time, then they had urban books, they had magazines, you know, subscriptions. I remember one time for 2 years, I had the LA Times coming up north.
Oh, that's tight.
So,
You know, obviously that's what people see, right? When people see the tattoos, your size, rocking blue, you know, they assume one thing. But I think, you know, what interests me or what I like the most about you is like once you get to start talking to you, you notice that it's a little bit, you know, there's more to what meets the eye. And I think I want to like touch on that more as far as like what positivity you're spreading now. What are some of the things that you think you're focused on now that helps you like spread positivity?
what I'm focused on now is family, the youth, being productive, living honest, believing God. That's the main focus.
Why do you think those things are so important to you now versus before?
Well, the mindset is different. Choices are being made differently. Before I made poor choices, ran with them. Now it's, you know, my oldest daughter is 27.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who I love so much, and then, you know, I got a bunch of girls and a few boys, and I wasn't able to be a good dad at that time. I wasn't able to be a good dad, and that kicks me in the ass every day.
Yeah. Do you feel a little bit of regret?
Oh, absolutely, bro. Absolutely regret. You know, and I have a little boy now, 5 years old. And he's my world, man. He's my world. And my two youngest daughters, they're 14, going to be 15. And, you know, I got to think about them now and raising them right.
Is that like when you decided to change your life for the better? Is that a conversation you had to have with each one individually as far as like who you are now versus then?
I would hope that they see it now, because I have had experiences where my daughter, she was like, Dad, let's get this, you know. And I said, you know, Mija, I don't got the money right now. And she said, well, let's just, you know, call one of your friends and go, you know, you can do what you do.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, nah, we're not living like that no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'd have to explain to her, hey, do you want me to risk going out there and being gone? If I get in trouble being gone for 3-4 years, it's not worth it. So I think my oldest ones are the ones that I feel most guilty about, because they didn't get the dad that I am today. They didn't get the dad that I wanted them to see. So I was more of a selfish individual when I was younger, which I'm working on today. I'm just trying to be a good role model now.
That's dope. I could definitely tell you're doing a great job. You know, I've noticed that like when it comes down to like making the right decision, even with that situation with your daughter as far as the gift or whatever that she wanted, you know, it really comes down to like taking the time to think about it, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe back in the days you weren't really thinking, you were just reacting. What are some of the tips, the tricks that you've learned to stop yourself from doing like bad things? What do you tell yourself in your mind?
Nowadays I don't even have to tell myself. It's all about integrity. Having that integrity, knowing that I'm doing the right thing, just makes me walk with my head up.
Okay.
So that's just off the back now. I trained myself. I had to reprogram myself to do the right things and make the right choices. So, you know, I still fall short regardless. You know, we're imperfect.
Right.
But I can do my best, you know, every day.
Right now I see you making a lot of big moves. I've seen you in different, well, you know, it's Instagram stories with the homie Elias Cepeda. How did you meet Elias?
Shout out to Elias, man. Me and Elias were in the yard together.
Oh, shit.
So I remember he was also in a different mindset at that time, you know, bald head. Now he has hair.
Yeah.
You know, he was super yoked up. I remember, you know, I remember one time, you know, he was on his way to yard and he had dropped a shank. And now we laugh about it because we're actually in the same acting class. And we laugh and joke about it, but that's how things were at that time. You know, we were living differently. He had dropped the shank out of his chair. Cop seen it, thought it was part of his chair. He played it off, and you know, and there, you know, that's a no-no. But we laugh about it now, saying, "Man, you know, I'm glad he's doing good. I'm glad he's doing good. He's on a roll."
Literally.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, fool.
Man, you set me up, bro. You set me up for that, dog. Shout out to the boy Elias, man.
Yeah,
Snoop. I love you, man.
The seated entertainer, man. Definitely had him on this.
Everybody
channel
go check
before.
him out, man.
Yeah, he's hilarious. You know, like you said, you guys were on different times. You guys were different types of soldiers back then, you know. But I feel like you guys still have the same mentality. You guys just shift your focus. You guys are laser focused on something else, which is the acting, right? Tell me how you got into the acting.
1 year ago, Lux Tattoos brought me out. Did a photo shoot with him. Met some great people through him. Met some great photographers. Been doing the photo shoot thing for a minute. I actually met Hollywood's best at the time. The homie Rascas was around. A couple other homies. The homie Dopey was around at that time. So but before that, I was already, Angel Reyes already had put me on already, my homeboy Bozo.
Oh, okay.
So I already had a couple B-rolls with him and a couple videos and opportunities to show my face and to make my presence known, on film. Which after that, I just started getting DMs. Come out to this, come out to that. Hey, you think you could pull up to this? So I just started to pretty much make my Instagram into an asset, not a liability.
Yeah, because a lot of people use Instagram to kind of like lose themselves and forget about the day, but you're using it as a tool.
Yes, absolutely.
That's how we met. I met you at Bozo's last show, right? At Mariscos,
Great show.
La Palma, and El Monte.
Great show.
We're doing the live podcast. You guys can check it out on our YouTube channel. But that's where I met you, dog. And honestly, dog, from far away, just like anybody else, dog, you're a pretty intimidating person, right? But then we started talking. You started telling me your story and shit. And I was like, damn, this was like, he's on a different level. He's pretty deep. And that's how we kind of like low key stayed in contact. But you're here today to promote a show.
For sure. I'm here to promote the show, man. Romeo and Juliet, December 8th. Everybody tap in. Get your tickets at Chola Vision here. A lot of great talent. If you ain't gonna be at this show, you're gonna miss out. Elias as well. He's playing Prince. I'm playing Lord Montague. I'm playing Friar John. Shout out to my team, Bernice from Street to the Set. My instructor, Alex Alfaro. Something that I committed to, and something that I love, and something that I'm invested in. Mentally, physically, and I'm just there right now, man. I'm in the zone. So this is going to be a good opportunity for me and anybody else that wants to get into it. You got to put in the footwork, because at the end of the day, you can't just have the look.
Yeah.
Just like anything, you got to put in the work, man.
This is not only just like one show, right?
No, it's several shows. So if you go to cholavision.com right here, it'll tell you the remaining shows. I know first show December 8th is sold out.
Damn.
There's gonna be a lot of heavy hitters there, a lot of big people there. So get ready. If you're going, get ready to rub elbows, man, with people that are making moves.
So right here it says Romeo and Juliet rolling through East LA. What does that mean? Rolling through East LA.
Well, the Romeo and Juliet story is it's up to date now, 2023.
Okay.
So it's taking place. We moved the location to East LA. Same characters. The lingo's a little bit different. So it's more up to date, more our estilo. But
so like the storyline, the plot, everything's the same. It's just a different
yeah, it's an excellent. Alex Alfaro, man, he did a great job writing the script, and man, that guy's amazing.
Was it hard for you to like learn lines and stuff? Because that's something that would intimidate me. If I all of a sudden want to start acting, is like, how am I gonna memorize the lines?
Well, you gotta invest in yourself. You gotta remain teachable. I get up in the morning, drink some coffee, take my daughter to school. I get my notebook, I get my script, I get my pen. I get busy, man. I start reading, I start writing. I have different methods of memorizing stuff, and just like anything, it's like homework.
Yeah.
You gotta apply. You gotta put in the work.
Do you practice with like your kids and
yeah.
stuff at home?
Yeah, and I'll just like out of nowhere, and my daughter knows a bunch of the script as well.
Oh, for real?
For helping me, my 14-year-old daughter, and she'll come up and she'll say a line, and then I'll say my line, and then it's just funny, man. But I mean,
dope.
Something that we won't ever forget. So this is just the beginning, man.
Is this your theatrical debut?
For sure. This is where everything starts, with actors. All the great ones, man, they do theater and they do drama first.
Right. All the good actors.
Yeah. So hopefully this is my start. This is my first one, man.
Another thing that I noticed too is like it has that parental advisory, mature content thing. Like that's what you usually see on like a CD back in the day, right?
Yeah.
So why is it on there, dog?
Well, they did kind of like a trailer for the city of La Puente, and they were told to put this on there because of the language.
Oh, it's like bad words. And
So it's for adults.
okay.
I recommend adults, and not for kids.
Well, I think that makes it more real.
Yeah.
Makes it more real. What's Chola Vision? Is that a person?
Chola Vision is Blanca Espinoza. She is where we practice at. We have our art studio, No Fronts acting class. It's in her studio in East LA, Montebello area. She's also known as Moon Chola. That is her website that she keeps tracks of the tickets.
That's dope, man. I mean,
So
I'm excited to see, man.
I hope you come. I hope you come. A lot of people are coming. Shout out to everybody in the class, man. Everybody has became good friends, family. It's just like it opened a new door for me.
Watched your episode with American Cholo, which is a really good podcast. People should go check it out on American Cholo's YouTube channel.
Shout out to Boo Boo, man, and Gil.
Really good episode. Shout out to them. You did share on that podcast that you're also going through like some health concerns, right? So,
sure.
Being the guy that everyone was afraid of, right? Being so strong and big all your life. Cause I'm 6'2", not as big as you, but I'm also a big, hefty guy. I've been known as a bigger guy my whole life. But when your body starts attacking yourself instead of people from the outside, is that like a humbling experience where you started kind of like question yourself, kind of like look for a higher meaning in life? Like, how did that affect you?
Affected me big time. I had a bounce back. It took me about a year. Surround myself with better people. I have a good support group, good group of friends, good group of family. My aunt Margaret, my dad, my girl. Health wise, I'm on oxygen throughout the day. But there are things that I'm constantly looking for remedies. Mom and pop remedies, or oh, this tea's good for this, or this tea's good for that, or these pills are there for this. I was even drinking this water, talking about this alkalized water that somebody turned on to me, and I think it's called Kangen water.
Oh yeah, that's like a filter?
For sure, yeah, filter. So we're in the process of making a move for that. Shout out to everybody, man, at Kangen, man. That I've been drinking it for a minute, and I'm feeling better. I can tell everything's, the machine's going, man. The machine's rolling. I still have a few issues, but I'm feeling a lot better.
Were you always into working out, like lifting weights?
When I was in jail.
Okay.
Because I was a big guy, so I always came out looking good.
Yeah.
I've been busy, the biggest obstacles in my life after COVID, COPD, lupus, having down to having oxygen at my house.
Okay. How do you know you need it? Like you just start getting like shortness of breath and stuff like that?
Yes.
Okay. What's lupus? What is that?
Lupus is when your body attacks your own body.
Okay.
So in this case, it attacks certain organs. So my body is currently attacking the lungs.
Okay.
Which I had a scare last year for cancer, having some growths, what they call nodules in the right lung. So they're about this big.
Damn.
So they're still in there. Which I'm hoping that this Cajun water that I've been drinking gets rid of them, because there's no cure for them right now. So they're not cancerous. I did do a biopsy. They went in through my armpit. Did a biopsy, sent them to the lab. So yeah, so just rolling with the punches right now.
Damn, that's crazy. So, you have lupus. What is COPD?
COPD is a lung disease. So when I had Delta COVID-19, I also had pneumonia.
Okay.
Pneumonia. So I had pneumonia, and that really took a toll on and did a lot of damage in my lungs.
Damn, dog, you really been through it, huh?
So that, almost 40 days, I think, took me to almost my death. So here I am, though.
So, when you got to that point, dog, like at your lowest, basically like the brink of death, like What are some of the conversations you're having with yourself?
Staying humble, man. Staying grateful. Just reminding myself that I'm here for a reason. Had a lot of good conversations with the man upstairs. Thanking him. Being just grateful, thankful that I'm still here, man. Because there's never no script for when the doctor tells you, "Hey, get your affairs in order."
They told you that.
Yeah, so there's no handbook that says, "Hey, do this after, do that after." And I wasn't able to just get up and leave the hospital. I had no strength. I was maybe 40 pounds lighter. So it was literally eating at me away. So yeah, here I am, bro.
Damn, dog. I did also in the other podcast you said that you started calling people.
Yeah.
You started calling people and asking for like forgiveness or like.
Yeah, I started asking for forgiveness. Made sure I called the kids, friends, just saying my goodbyes. Cause at that time, everything was remember when everybody was there was a curfew.
Yeah, lockdown.
Everybody was locked down. There was literally nobody, all over the world that nobody was walking around. Nobody was driving around. Everybody was slammed down.
Yeah.
So I was there, and I remember at that time, they were taking people out on the floor. I was in the ICU. I think maybe my my fourth week, I started to notice that my neighbors were leaving, and they wouldn't come back. And then I would ask the nurse, "Hey, what happened to them?" And they would just shake their head like, And then I was watching the news, and then they had these big old storage bins outside, containers, and they were putting bodies in there.
Damn.
And I was like, "Damn, I'm next, man." Like this shit's a joke.
Do you get mad when you hear people say that COVID was fake?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I hear that all the time, though.
Yeah, everyone says that.
Everybody still says, it ain't shit, but until you really get it, man, because I was one of those people for about a year. I didn't get it for about a good. When they started talking about COVID, my mom was alive. She was in fear for her life from COVID. She would come. I lived in Covina. She lived in Cucamonga. She would come down, literally call me saying, "Hey, I brought you and Lily some food. Me and your dad brought you some food." I'd say, "Hold on, I'm going outside right now." She'd be like, "No, don't even go outside. It's on your curb."
Damn.
And I look outside, they'd be waving at me. And I'd be like, "What's going on?" And then I look on the curb, there'd be like a couple casseroles of like some enchiladas and shit, because she'd feel guilty for not being, she wanted to be there for me as a mom, because we, our relationship was a little rocky throughout the years, but I wasn't the best son around.
Yeah.
So I totally understand that part now. My resentments are gone from that. But yeah, at the end, me and her, we had a good little run before she passed.
Damn.
So she ended up passing.
From COVID?
No, she passed from a brain clot.
Oh, damn.
Brain clot, which I'm thinking maybe it might have been from the shot. I don't know, it's speculation.
Yeah, a lot of people did die from the shots.
So she had the shots, and she passed away. My uncle passed away. My Uncle Chris, rest in peace. And both of them passed away within 10 days of each other.
Damn.
That was traumatizing.
They're brother and sister?
Yeah, brother. He was the oldest and she was the youngest.
Damn.
So I still have two other. I have my Uncle Andy, and I have my Aunt Margaret, who I love so much. But they're in the middle. So when they passed, I think maybe a month and a half later, that's when I got COVID. And man, that really hit me big time. So I ended up in the hospital thinking everything was gonna be all right. But next thing you know, 3, 4, 5 weeks later, I have bed sores. I have no control over the bathroom.
Damn, really?
Myself, having to call for a nurse, having 2, 3 nurses trying to push my big ass to the side to try to clean me up.
Yeah.
That was horrible. That was humbling. So that will actually make you get right. Made me get right. Like,
do you think if it wasn't for that experience that you wouldn't be on this type of laser focused that you are right now? You think that was a big major part?
Yeah, I think it was calling, man, from God. You know, like I was doing too much, way too much, and he just said, "Look, I'm gonna sit you on your ass right now, and I'm gonna teach you some things." And that's exactly what he did, you know, and just because if you would have knew me before, say 2.5 years ago, man,
You're still in that time. You're still in demon time.
yeah,
Damn, dog. Are you
for
serious?
sure.
That's crazy.
So that pretty much he checked me, pretty much, you know, like when you're growing up, you know, you get checked.
Yeah.
It was like a major check. I opened my eyes and I was like, wow, you're bigger than me, because I asked him, you know, I remember sitting in the sitting up and asking him, hey, you know, if you're real, if you love me, if you know my heart, I promise you I will do the right thing if I make it. Please help me. I don't want to die like this. But so that happened, and as I talked about with Gil before, you know, that moment of clarity, and I ended up breaking down for a little while, maybe for about 2 days, and everything just started getting better, man. Nurses started coming in, doctors, hey, you know what, you know, pointing out, hey, these numbers are looking better. You know what, let's, you know, okay, and maybe 2 weeks later, man, I was good to go.
Are you serious?
I was good to
After
go.
your talk with God, shit started looking up.
2 weeks later, bro,
Damn.
I got better. They wheeled me out. I was in a wheelchair, and I was using a walker for the first year.
Must be a crazy experience, you know, like, you know, from being a man, right? Being a man to like kind of going back into almost like a baby, right? People have to take care of you, and damn, that's crazy, dog. I can only imagine. But you did call Bozo, right? And
I did
the only
call
reason I
his
bring it
ass.
up because I know Bozo, right? And I like,
boy.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. He was one of the first people to come on my podcast and kind of blow it up. His video did like 20,000 views. It was crazy, right? Because you know Bozo has a big following. He does what he does, but I love the way that he is a logical and moral, ethical thinker. You know, he thinks about his family, thinks about his taking care of his family and doing the right thing, right? So why were you guys at odds, and why did you have to call him?
Well, I wasn't living right. I wasn't living right at that time. You know, when I was acting up, I was hanging out with my homeboy Storms, and we weren't acting right.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
We were just running our own program.
Oh, okay.
You know, us being homeboys, you know, from the same circle, same neighborhood. You know, they were hearing the backlash on you know, Bams and Stomps saying, you know, they're up to no good. So of course, you know, knowing Angel, you know, he's doing right, he's doing good, he's working hard. When he got out, you know, he went to college. He put himself through college, through school. He learned a trade. You know, I wasn't like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. You know, I'm making fast money over here. So we weren't talking and hanging out too much. Yeah, I called him. I remember calling him, talking to him and a couple other homies that are right there on FaceTime. And then he was telling me, you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. You know, shut the fuck up. You're going to be all right. You know how he is.
Yeah.
So he was telling me that, and I was like, pfft. And now we laugh about it because he says, I remember when your ass was crying in the hospital.
Ah, fuck.
And then, you know, so, yeah. So, you know, it took about a year. I still didn't really talk to him too much because of my health. You know, and I was in a wheelchair. And then finally, about 8 months later, he called me and says, hey, you know, get your ass off that couch. Time to get up off that couch. Hey, I got a show. I need you there. So that's what I did. And then, bam, we're off to the races, man.
And I that's where I noticed you, like, always in the background of his music videos, the pictures. You even went up there with, when he was on American Cholo, you had the microphone in front of you, the headset on, and you didn't say, like, one word in the whole podcast.
Yeah.
Right? Because I watched that podcast. And I don't think I heard you say anything.
I think that was on Blockout.
Oh, it was a blackout. Yeah, you're right. You're right. With ODM.
Yeah, with
and
ODM,
and Money
man.
Moons.
Yeah,
but you were, like,
man.
right there, right beside him, you know? And, like, now to see you kind of, like, be your own front man, it's like I could definitely see the growth and the evolution.
Yeah.
You know, but what do you think? Would you think it just took someone to kind of like, hey, you got this? Like, were you feeling down on yourself when you're at home and stuff?
Yeah, for sure. Motivation wasn't there that much. you know, him being a good person, man. I don't know what it was. I just needed that kick in the ass real quick, you know, verbally, just like, hey, get off that couch already, dude. Like, we don't do that. So, yeah, I just got up and we're here now, man.
Damn, you really are off to races, dog. Who are some of the people you've worked with so far?
Yeah, I did a lot of photo shoots, X3 Flicks, Download Photography. Shout out to Lolo Streetwear, man. Take care of me all the time. Great people. Who else? You know, tons of people. I mean, along the way, you know what I found out about doing photo shoots or in the industry itself is like you're still in a Shark Tank, but in a different type of Shark Tank. You
what
know,
do you mean by that?
because it's cutthroat, man.
Oh,
There's
the
cutthroat.
photo industry?
Photo industry.
In what way though?
Just people hating on each other, people not acting professional.
Damn.
I met a lot of good girls along the way that were models. That shout out to them, man. That really trying to do their thing. But I've seen a lot of people just be unprofessional. So, I mean, thank God I don't gotta deal with that shit, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just a Shark Tank. It's a Shark Tank, and there's a lot of good people. But unfortunately, like I said, along the way, like everybody who you start with is not finishing with you.
Why is that though, dog?
And it's not that me not being supported, because I love to support my homies and brown business or just our people especially.
Right.
But you know, and this is just my opinion. If I see you doing something that I don't like, then guess what? I'm just gonna have to go to the right and let you keep on doing what you're doing, and I got to do what's best for me.
Right.
So I'm just at this point doing what's best for me, and trying to make the right moves, because not everybody has the best intentions for you, from what I've seen.
Yeah, I think some people love to pretend like they have your back, but when it comes down to it, like everyone's kind of in it for themselves.
For sure, everybody's trying to get to that goal, you know.
Yeah. What are some of like the goals you have for this upcoming year? Because obviously you this is a major feat you have right here with the Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Everyone, don't forget December 8th through December 17th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Address is 501 Glendora Avenue, La Puente, California. Get your tickets at cholovision.com. Make sure you guys go out and get some tickets. This is a big major thing, your theatrical debut, right?
Yeah.
But like, what are you looking forward? Because we're almost at the end of the year. What about next year? What are some of the goals you have?
Well, next to get back into class. Class ends in a couple weeks. Get back definitely into acting class again. You know, just remain teachable, and hopefully get some new auditions. I have a couple auditions that I'm waiting on some callbacks, but just to get in some short films, you know.
You know, I was born in East LA too. So were you, right? I was born in East LA, grew up here in Southgate, right? You know, my dad's from East LA. They're all, when they migrated from Mexico, I have a lot of East LA family. You know, from our background, acting is not really one of those trades that's like a family trade, right? Like no one like, oh, my dad's an actor. Like that's super rare, you know? What are some of the things that are like things that you learn from trying to become an actor?
Just investing in yourself, as far as being an actor, staying in character, you know, making a choice to remain in character, you know, because you could, you know, there's certain ways to walk up, there's certain ways to stand, there's certain ways to face the crowd. You know, you can never put your back to the crowd.
Interesting.
There's a lot of things that I've learned and continue learning as far as the acting. So, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, everything is happens for a reason. You know, fortunately, I'm still talking to people as far as writers, producers. I went to Chicano Hollywood event a few weeks ago. That was sick. And I did take the writing class. Manny Jimenez, who does Suspect Entertainment, been talking to him on and off, giving me pointers, suggestions, good ones, where I am taking his advice and doing some things, you know, that could benefit me.
You know, right now you said something like about investing yourself, right? Because like I said earlier, right, like acting is not one of those jobs that your dad recommends or whatever, right? But it's one of those jobs where you have to like learn the trade, right? Just like going to school, going to college, and you have to invest the money. You think a lot of people don't do it because they don't believe in like putting up that much money to invest in themselves?
Well, you got to put up the bread too for the classes, and then you gotta stay committed. You gotta commit. A lot of people don't have the time, and then it's funny because in our culture, and then, there's a lot of actors.
Right.
We don't even know. My homegirl's mom was telling me the other day, "Hey, you've been acting for 40-some years," and I started laughing. I go, "I know, bro. I know." She goes, "You're gonna be a great actor one day."
Damn.
She goes, "Because you've been acting for 40-something years." And I go, "You know what? Facts."
Facts. That's fucking crazy, dog.
So
you know what? I think you're right. There's a lot of like, there's actors like, for example, Mario Lopez. I don't know if he's an actor or not, right? Well, yeah, he did.
Mario Lopez, man.
AC Slater. Shout out to AC Slater, dog.
Yep.
But a lot of times, like that guy Hector, that's Hector in every movie. Like there's only, it feels like it's always the same people, And I think it's time to open up the door for some more people, right?
I actually had a chance to talk to him a few months back, and he gave me some great advice.
Oh yeah, what do you say?
So he had mentioned it to me that it took a few years to get that one gig for Fast and Furious. So he just said that a year prior to that, he was ready to give up, and if he would have gave up, guess what happened? He would have never made it big.
Yeah.
So just not to give up on your dreams, set the bar high, set goals up as you go along.
Do you have like a certain role that you would love to play?
Well, the goal right now is just to get some speaking roles. I don't want to be one of those guys that just stand in the background all the time. I did that for SWAT recently, last year, and typical jail scene, just standing at the bars type shit. But the goal is to get some speaking roles.
Damn, dog. Because the thing I keep thinking about is like, say you're the star role in a movie, dog. Like, how long is a script? Like, how many lines do you think you gotta memorize?
Shit. Well, I mean, for this play here, I think we got about 112
total from everybody, or just you?
From everybody.
Damn. So how many were yours?
I say mine maybe. Well, I got 3 characters, so.
Oh, you're playing 3 different people. Oh shit.
So everybody be ready, man.
Damn.
So you're gonna get 3 different versions of me.
That's tight. Do you feel confident about doing the thing?
Yeah, I feel good.
Feel good about it?
Feel good, yeah. Because I'm putting in work every day. So right now my schedule's like outrageous, man. Just either I'm at class every other day, and then if I'm not in class, then I'm looking over my script, or I'm getting phone calls from other students. Hey, let's go over this over the phone or FaceTime. So it's all about being invested.
That's crazy. Some of the exercises, I just have so many questions about the class. Like, when you're in class, do they have to like make you do some shit that you would never want to do?
Yeah.
Like embarrass yourself in front of everybody?
Oh, no. Well, I mean, you have to get called up, but to do certain things. But I think the voice exercises were crazy to me. Or
like what is that?
Vocals, doing, stretching your
like
voice.
the fifi, la la la,
yeah,
kind of stuff.
Yeah, bro.
But even for us, like,
tongue twisters,
as men, that's the kind of like cringy stuff, like corny stuff to do, right?
Exactly. And I had to look around. I remember my first class, and I was like, what the hell is everybody doing right here? But that it really matters. It really matters. Because you got to stretch your voice, stretch your mouth, stretch your face. You got to project so everybody hears you correctly. You got to project so everybody hears you all the way in the back.
Damn.
You got to enunciate certain words. You got to use your vowels, consonants. So you got to project. You got to do these stretches.
Yeah.
So, now, I mean, they say, okay, we're doing tongue twisters or whatever it is. All right, I got it. Boom. Let's do it.
If there's any like kids out there, like young people that maybe want to look for a different way out, maybe a different outlet to express themselves, still want to be cool, still want to be down like you, what would you tell them to do, or what can they do?
They could reach out to me anytime. Hit me in a DM. Let me know what you're looking for or anything you're going through. I mean, I'm always there for the youth. I want to see everybody prosper, everybody grow up, be gentlemen, because nowadays, the youth are. They're going off to the left a little bit, And I feel like there's not enough, grown ass men on the grown men tip that are reaching out to the youth that are saying, hey, look, if you want to do this or that, this is what's going to happen,
Yeah.
But if you want to do good, then hey, here's my hand.
That's dope, man. That's dope that you're willing to extend the olive branch and help these kids if they need it. But first, they gotta want the help, right?
Yeah.
Because definitely, I think both of us. I've had people reach out to me and try to help me, but I wasn't ready for the help yet. You gotta be ready to.
Yeah. So I mean, anybody who wants to reach out to me, I mean, if you want to do good and you need some suggestions, let me know. Hit me up, man. I had somebody reach out to me. We went to a concert this weekend, and somebody said, "Hey, I see you on Instagram. Do you think you could help my uncle?" So, as a matter of fact, I was just telling my girl that that I did talk to the uncle.
Okay.
And he's been out 6 months. He did 17 years.
Damn.
I have a plug for parolees to help them get boots, clothing, sign them up for housing. Shout out to God's Pantry, man.
Dope.
Everything that they do over there in God's Pantry, man, Sergio, over there in God's Pantry, that I've seen is amazing, dude. They put anybody with a record to work. They offer therapy, counseling, group one-on-one sessions. They have a legal department. They have a lot of things going on there. City of Pomona,
Damn,
God's
tight.
Pantry, man. Link up with Sergio.
That's tight. I never heard about that. That's dope. Definitely you guys gotta check that out if you need the help. You did mention that you were on SWAT, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me your experience about being on that show.
That was amazing, bro. Meeting up early in the morning, Sony Studios, switching out clothing, getting into our oranges. Had the chance to work with Hollywood's Best, De Niro, a couple other dudes, Knuckles, and there we were, man. We were dressing up as convicts in our oranges, getting shuttled to East Max, which is LA County Jail, West Side.
Right.
But what a blessing it was to go in and come out the same day. So, you don't get those.
That never happens.
Yeah, exactly.
That never happens.
So, for a few weeks, man, we were doing that and, spending the day there and doing what we're supposed to do. And then getting shuttled out there, man. And then just getting grateful. Every time we're leaving, just getting grateful. Just looking at the barracks, everybody in Medium South. Like, damn, looking up at the hill, seeing everybody in Supermax. Like these days are behind me.
Damn, dog. When I was locked up for a couple months, I was in East Max, and the big dorm rooms and everything. Like, it must have been surreal. Being able to walk and look back.
So I think we were filming in I think it was like the 300 floor.
Okay.
The 300. So I remember at the top they had something called the White House.
Okay.
The White House. So, but yeah, we were filming in the 300 floor and in the whole area and in the visiting area. And what a experience, bro, to go in there, film, and then walk out. I mean, damn, I was just doing, fighting cases, 10 years ago in that same spot, but waiting up in Supermax.
Yeah.
So that was just a real blessing.
Damn, dog. You went from the LA County bus to a shuttle. Now
I don't shuttled in, by Sony.
I don't think many people can say that, dog. It's basically worth it. That class that you're taking, all the things you've learned, it's paid you back already. Like, you've already got your money back, huh?
Oh, tenfold, bro.
Tenfold. Yeah, right.
Tenfold, and it's such a deal, such a investment in yourself. Like, there's nothing more greater than people might say, "Oh no, I don't got the bread for that," or you know what, I'm not gonna do that. Mm-hmm. I've heard multiple guys say, I'm not gonna do that. I need to buy this. I need to buy that. And I'm like, bro, like, your fucking weed habit is more than that shit.
Yeah.
Like, this shit is gonna take you places, dog. I've had workshops with amazing people. The people I work with, Bernice, man, she's amazing, bro. Like, and has a lot of haters, but shit, she's out well on her way. And, that's my friend there.
You know, I'm part of like the broadcast channel for Chicano Hollywood, and they're always posting things like, "Oh, free tickets to here, sign up for this class here," and you know, sometimes you know, as a person that has never been to it or whatever, like you're like, oh, I don't know if it's worth it or not. I kind of want to do it, but again, I got bills over here.
We went. I went. I met you know, Johnny from Chicano Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
I had a conversation with him. Met the Ortega brothers. That's the real deal, man. They're the real deal.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, do you think when you get there and you kind of like you're in the experience, do you feel like is it a welcome atmosphere for people, our people, right, that are obviously new to the industry?
Yes.
You know, because sometimes maybe people get like, oh, I don't know, I don't know if they're gonna like me or I feel like shy. You know, what's the experience when you're in there?
The experience is overwhelming, but very welcoming, open arms, kind of like everybody's extending their hand. Hey, I'm so and so, and I'm like, hey, I'm Jay Solano. Nice to meet you. You know, and they're saying, welcome. What do you want to do? You know, let's get busy. Let's network.
Damn.
So, you know, it's just if you have a chance to go out to Quixote Studios and or meet the Ortega brothers or Johnny from Chicano Hollywood, it's like those dudes just blow your mind, man. If you're on the right track and you wanna set, you have some goals set, then you want to get in. They even offer jobs doing sets, which I think they were offering like $30 an hour. The day I went, they said, "Hey, does anybody need a job for Monday?" This was like on a Saturday. They said, "Hey, does anybody need a job? $30 an hour on Monday, which is in 48 hours."
What is that? Like, what sets? What is that?
To make sets, put up sets.
Like build stuff?
Yeah, build stuff. Put shit together.
Sick.
But who else is gonna offer you $30 an hour?
That's crazy. That's a
with
sick.
no experience needed. Just pull up.
And no resume.
You want a job? Okay, put your name here. Come back Monday.
Damn.
Like that's the blessing of these guys that are wanting to help out.
That's fucking tight, dog. I think you're really like selling me on this whole Chicano Hollywood and just like
It's worth it.
The culture of like, you know, investing in stuff like that, you know?
It's worth it.
Yeah, I think you're like a real good like case to see like this stuff actually works.
It's working, yeah.
Fuck, dog. Well, dog, I really appreciate you pulling up to the podcast.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for having me. Huge fan right here. Been watching your podcast for a minute.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
So glad I was able to come down here, man, and share my story and help you know, remind everybody to get your tickets, man.
For sure. You know, anytime you have anything to promote, feel free to hit me up and just pull up on me, dog.
Okay.
You know,
sure.
my platform, my house is your house, so let me know if you need anything. But anybody watching out there, at this point, I think we're still doing the 3 Park Hopper ticket giveaway. All you guys got to do is join our broadcast channel. Shout out to the people on Patreon watching this early. Thank you guys for supporting. And also, dog, just like on a side note, kind of serious, not serious, we're getting cooked in the comments, dog. We need somebody to help us in the comments, dog. We're getting cooked. We need some backup. So go in the comments on Instagram and hook us up because we're getting a lot of hate.
Everybody tell Mario Lopez to chill out.
Yeah. But thank you guys for watching. And we'll
Hit me up, Mario Lopez.
There you go. Thank you guys for watching. And
We'll get some tacos.
Let's go. Catch you guys later. Peace.
All right, bro.